My name's Charles Hendon. I'm a gameplay programmer for Nihilistic Software, and today we're playing Resistance Burning Skies, which is slated for release late May. And today we're going to be covering the multiplayer game modes, which was what I primarily worked on as a gameplay programmer. So we're about to kick off a deathmatch game. So it's a free-for-all, real classic multiplayer kind of mode that we started with when we started working on the multiplayer features for this game. We've got an 8-player game, free-for-all. So this is the real core experience for like an FPS on the Vita. It was something that we were super excited to get right. That kind of Twitch gameplay like harkens back, all the way to like the original like multiplayer PC shooters like Doom, and that's really something we wanted to like catch. We really wanted to have a 100% frantic like Twitch deathmatch multiplayer experience on this platform. This is really a unique experience. The Vita, it's a new platform, and it's got it's got the dual sticks. It's got a beautiful screen. It's got everything you need to really have that kind of deathmatch experience. So this is what you'll be seeing primarily when we get the match kicked off. Yeah, well, we started off with a deathmatch, which you'll be seeing here, and then on top of that, there's team deathmatch. So you can have a 4-on-4 team for that. I'm going to go with the old trusty carbine here. And there's also a new gameplay mode called Survival, which is pretty exciting. It's an asymmetrical gameplay mode where the teams are 2 Chimeran versus 6 humans. And the idea of the game is that if you're a Chimeran and you kill a human, that human respawns on the Chimeran team, which is really cool. So the object of the game is to survive for as long as you can. Yeah, you're trying to survive as the human, so it's important to like stick together in a pack and like defend the exits and know the maps to survive for 5 minutes. If you're human and if any human survives for 5 minutes, then the humans win the match. And if the Chimerans successfully convert all the humans, then they win. So it's a lot shorter sort of map, a lot shorter gameplay mode than your traditional like deathmatch or team deathmatch. Oh no. Would you call that spawn camping? I hope not. Yeah, so survival's really exciting. We've been playing a few rounds earlier, and it's the kind of mode that you can play a lot and sort of get better at as a team of humans. And it sort of builds on that kind of Twitch gameplay that we've got going on in the deathmatch and team deathmatch modes, and all of the weapon upgrades are available in all of the modes. What's cool is if you're on a kill streak playing any of the modes, you can pick up all of your teammates' weapons. So if someone's got a great weapon upgrade, they've spent a lot of XP, you can pick that up and use that after you've killed them. So sort of, oh damn. You can also change, your weapon loadout during the match. Yeah. So we've got for a lot of the secondary fires for the weapons. I'll just change my loadout here and go to cut to the bullseye. Like all of the weapons have really unique secondary fires. Some are like resistance standbys, like the bullseye tagging, which is actually a great mechanic that we've people have experienced in the previous Resistance multiplayer games. It's something we were really keen on capturing, and I'll see if I can tag someone because it's kind of cool in multiplayer tagging someone. So all of the secondary fires, like the bullseye tag, a lot of them work off the. Not quick enough. So a lot of them work off the touchscreen. Stuff like grenade throwing, tagging, a lot of the other secondary modes all come off the touchscreen. So it's kind of something that it starts out you maybe a little bit slower at, but it's one of those things that as you play more, you can really get a hang of it. And I have run out. Not demonstrating. I think my combatants are a bit quicker at the tagging than I am. So yeah, stuff like grenade throwing is really intuitive on the touchscreen. And actually, I'll swap to another weapon here. There's a new weapon that we've got called the Hunter, and this one's really cool. I got killed while I was. This one's quite cool. So we've got a couple of guys down there. We can launch this little drone out and steer it around. yeah, that's really effective, and it's quite fun from a vantage point like that. And all of the weapons have, you know, like a secondary fire that you can utilize in multiplayer. And you've got, as well as that, you've got a couple of grenade types as well. You've got like a bouncing Betty type hedgehog mine, which is, yeah, one of the resistance stalwarts. You've got the fragmentation grenade, and some secondary grenades as well. So yeah, it's some people use the touchscreen more than others. Some people kind of opt for just oh no. And you've also got melee on the touchscreen as well, which is kind of good for like a panic situation. You're right up on someone, hit the melee on-screen button. So yeah, the deathmatch is really like a, I mean, my challenge with deathmatch is not to get sweaty palms because it's so frantic. Really gets you on edge.
So how many weapons will you be getting a hold of?
Weapon wheel comes up. So there's 8 weapons total plus grenades. And all of them are customizable, and you can spend your XP. You see these awards coming up in match. As you're earning XP for like kill streaks, you can actually, that's spendable XP inside the multiplayer that you can use to upgrade and customize your loadout. So we have a look at the loadout here. Each of these 3 loadout slots are customizable. You can customize the grenade types, the upgrades. So there's a whole lot of tuning that you can do if you're serious about multiplayer to really get the edge on your opponents. And already, like, just from playing during development, there's some really effective upgrade types, which people are customize their upgrades. So that's a brief coverage of the deathmatch modes and a sort of description of the other modes there. There's an infection social game here as well, where you can catch an infection from, well, a viral augmentation from other players, which increases your XP, and you can spread that via the Vita's near capability. That's pretty cool as well. So overall, it's the real core experience of your frantic, like, deathmatch modes. You've got the survival mode, which is very cool, gives a more of a sort of co-op feel, and the progression of gaining XP and earning your upgrades. So that's basically a few of the things that you got to look forward to in Resistance Burning Skies multiplayer.